Welcome to another Coach in the Cap coaching session, really. I guess these little chats I like to have along the seaside, and again, you join me on the Cornish coast today. Beautiful morning, lovely sunny August morning, and thought we'd take the opportunity to just have a bit of a chat around one of the topics that we've talked about before, actually, which is business development, and specifically as a business owner and a leader, what do you need to be focusing on? Well, if you look at one of our posts on the channels about leadership and leadership traits for 2024, the new modern manager, it's really about a number of things. There's a number of hot topics, and some of which we've covered. These include AI, remote leadership, the need to understand the diversity of your team, so team dynamics. But we want to focus on today one of the key things that's not often talked about, and that's not going to be motivation, but kind of linked into there a little bit, and that's resilience. And resilience, I guess, from the point of view of your team and yourself as a leader. What do I mean by resilience? Well, resilience is how good you are at dealing with all the change and the disruption that you face, either as a team player or as a leader within your organisation. So how do you develop resilience then? Well, as a leader, yes, you have to be inspirational. Yes, you have to be clear on your objectives and your targets. And you have to make sure that your team are as well. Now, you have to also make sure they're equipped with the ability to deal with the challenges and support them, guide them, encourage them to develop the strength or the resilience. So when the next change comes along, the next challenge comes along, they feel equipped to be able to do that. So there are a number of techniques, a number of things that you can do to develop the resilience in yourself and in your team, and that's one of the things that we want to talk about.
What we do here is go back.
So resilience, how do you instill that in people? Well, a lot of it is listening to people, understanding their concerns, but also then giving them some time and some space to deal with things. But ultimately, it goes back to understanding how they're going to deal with the change and the challenges that may be being faced. A lot of times, a lot of organisations, it's not just the change, it's the frequency that seems to be happening all the time. Challenges coming at people left, right and centre. And you'll know that as a leader, as a manager, as a team leader, as a business owner. So there's a few things that I just want to talk about here initially, just to give you some pointers. I guess the first one is kind of anchoring, and what I mean by that is just kind of understanding what's happened before, and have you had a similar situation? Have you dealt with that similar situation safely? Have you come out the other side? And using that as a reference point for people, that we've been here before, we've got the t-shirt, we've come through it. That sometimes can work to help people understand that it's going to be okay, it's going to be all right, you're going to get through this. So anchoring is one aspect, and the other aspect is just kind of making sure that people, or even yourself, have a clear understanding of the actionable steps. Now, what I mean by that is, again, just kind of, what do I specifically need to do? What do I need to focus on? What's the first step? And breaking it down, kind of like the cliche, how do you eat an elephant? You break it down into small chunks. So you break things down into bite-sizable tasks, easy to complete, rather than getting stressed or overwhelmed by the bigger picture, the big elephant, as it were. So what can you do to break down the task? What can you do to break down the individual aspects, and spell that out? Make it into a project plan, put a simple timeline to it, but help people to understand what are the key first steps that they should be focusing on. Now, these are just two aspects of helping you to work towards difficult times and deal with building that resilience to the challenges you're facing. Now, if you want more tips and hints on how to build resilience as a leader, how to build that within your teams as well as yourself, then come along to TOOJaysHRstore.com or visit our main site TOOJays.co.uk for more tips and hints. There's more details on this channel, on the YouTube channel, and I look forward to seeing you on the next chat.